Hello, I'm Robert Donahue from the Environmental Learning Research Centre. And in our handprint care work, we ask this important question: how can Indigenous heritage activate learning in relation to environment and sustainability concerns for ESD in school curriculum settings? In particular, colleagues in Mexico, like Juan Carlos, were asking the same questions in their work. Similarly, in India, and in South Africa, working with teachers, after having spent decades of work with Indigenous scholars, we still face the challenge that it's very difficult to find cases where Indigenous heritage is appearing in curriculum settings. So in our learning to activate heritage for just and sustainable futures, what we did is we started with the UNESCO insights that knowledge of the topic is a real challenge to the teachers, along with pedagogy and assessment, and we started to find answers to this in the work that we were doing with teachers. There was also very low coverage and no reference to it really in most subjects, and sourcing of equipment, sourcing of expertise, and also action-taking opportunities in relation to heritage were very scant. So we took a Fundisa for Change approach to the Indigenous knowledge in the curriculum by, first of all, starting with the knowledge. And what we found that there's been centuries-old land-taming heritage practices creating habitable landscapes. But of course, this was muted by the colonial narrative. We also came across in the curriculum heritage, ethics, and sustainability are foundations for relevant learning, and we started to develop insights on this. Then into pedagogy, we found that the uncovering and recovering of heritage knowledge was really important, and heritage as past practices can inform present-day sustainability concerns as starting points for ESD. Then we looked at integrating heritage and science and found that learning across heritage and science means that Indigenous heritage is integral and can be integrated into curriculum-based subject teaching. Then we looked at how do we expand existing teaching practices, and we found that our teaching can be expanded to include action learning for sustainability around heritage concerns. And then also looking at assessment, we found that higher order and significant learning can be assessed through ESD. So all in all, the findings were really positive, yet we still face the challenge that the colonial narrative dominates, and we don't find that Indigenous heritage appears much in curriculum settings. So our challenge is to read more, to research more, to engage local heritage practitioners, and to be able to look at how can we bring this in more relevant ways as a foundation for environmental learning in the ESD work that we're doing.